Richard, we use the term tradition often in our lessons. What do you mean by that?
Well, yeah, that word tradition is kind of a slippery thing, isn't it? Because sometimes people mean good things by that, sometimes they mean bad. I mean, if you think of a Christmas tradition, that's a good thing usually. But if you're thinking about tradition in a church, that's usually bad. And in fact, the New Testament uses that term that way too. It uses it sometimes to refer to bad things, like when Jesus says that the Pharisees prefer their traditions over the Word of God, you know, and that's a negative. You shouldn't be that way. But then also, the New Testament does use the word tradition or traditional terms for good things. Like when the Apostle Paul says, that which I received from the Lord I delivered to you, he's actually using terminology there in 1 Corinthians 15 that was used by the rabbis to talk about their traditions. So there's a plus and there's a minus to it. Now, the way I'm using it in this lesson is pretty much in that positive vein, to just talk about a set of beliefs, a set of practices, even a set of feelings that can be identified with groups of Christians as they sort of moved from one generation to another. So that's more or less what all I mean by the word tradition.